Hey guys, welcome back. So guess what? Today is finally the day we are getting into the pantry shelf organization. So there is a shelving unit, a new shelving unit in our pantry or in our little storage room or laundry room. I don't know what people call it, but for us it's usually the laundry room. And anyways, there's a new pantry shelf here and Mom wanted to designate it to all the baking supplies. And this is my first ever task at really going in hardcore, fine-tuning and organizing an area like this. So I wanted to give you guys a good before shot of it right now, and then time to move on to the next part of the process, which this is going to be an ordeal. And my mom has not seen anything. She hasn't seen anything I ordered for it. The organizing, like I didn't show her the chart, and I'm going to show you guys, talk to you a little bit about how I do it and all that kind of stuff. But let's show you guys kind of the before, which is rough. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not, it's not organized to the nine like it will be when I am done. Hopefully. So on the top up here you will see this paper towel right here. Don't mind that, it will be gone. Then on the top shelf it will have one type of item, second shelf another. I will tell you kind of what they are as we go through. And then there's the bottom shelf, which will have a bunch of pots and pans and stuff organized. So this is kind of the before. There's really no rhyme or reason to the entire situation, and hopefully I am here to give the situation a rhyme and a reason. But first, want to see where we have to start? Because, oh God. See this pile of boxes, you guys? See all these boxes right in here? These are all the various things and stages and organizer pieces that I ordered to try and make this work. Now, for those of you that are thinking to yourself, Paige, isn't that a little extra? Did you need to do that? Technically, probably not. Like, I could have done it differently, but the majority of the stuff that I ordered did come from the Container Store. I did order a couple things from Amazon because they were either cheaper or closer to what I was looking for. But again, for the most part, Container Store, and I will kind of explain what I ordered from them, why I ordered it from them as I go. Excuse me, focus on my face. Thank you. But I'm gonna go ahead, I will open up all of these. Why is it focusing on Amazon and not on me? This is very rude. So again, I will go through and I will do my very best to link all of this down below, which, oh my God, good luck, because there is so much here. Not sponsored at all, just wanna clarify that right now, not by Container Store, not by Amazon or anybody, but I do wish it was sponsored by the Container Store, so hit a girl up. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead, I have got, I don't know if you guys can really see like the in-depth that we are talking here, like, oh my God. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get started on all of that, and I will check in with you guys after I have everything unwrapped and ready to go. Whew. Ready, Ma? Yes. Oh, well, Mom's not helping me. Mom is leaving. Hi, cute Mom. She looks so much cuter than I do right now. I look like a hot mess. I got these pigtails.
You have youth on your side.
I don't look like I have youth. It looks like I have sleep deprivation on my side. Look at it, even picks you. It's like, oh, your mom is actually cuter than you. I'm sorry.
You have these cute little ponies.
Yeah, my cute little sad ponies that said I gave up on life today and I didn't want to do anything with them.
They're cute.
And like I got this weird little hair thing sticking out, you guys. I don't know. I don't care. It don't matter. Because when you organizing, nobody cares about your hair, girl. Let's get it going. All right, guys, so I have spent the last like 25 minutes undoing all those boxes and getting them ready. So I'm not even sure how to start this. So I think how I'm gonna do it, and I'm just gonna kind of walk you guys real quick through my process and like how I came up with this, I guess is probably a good place to start. So I'm gonna flip this over and we're gonna look at my notebook and kind of how I go through things. And this will probably only happen like in this video. That way you guys can kind of see like the back end of it. See, I feel like when people make these videos, they don't ever talk about like, how did you come up with this? Like, why did this make sense? And I've noticed that because I've watched a few of these videos lately and I just feel like people, like, they show you the process and stuff, but like I want you guys to see why I ordered what I ordered, why I like this like technique or how it works for me. So let's go ahead, let's do that real quick. We're doing this on my washer. Hey, what's going on? So here is my notebook. Now this is organized chaos, so appropriate. Obviously any notebook will work. I got this at like a local downtown little boutique thing, and then open it up to where we started. So basically what I did over here is I started off with the measurements for the actual unit we're working with, and I marked off how big it was, how deep it was, width, all that good stuff, and where the rungs were. Now whenever I was, or not whenever, when I was doing this, I also made it a point to say like, okay, this is how far I have to the ceiling. This one has sides. This side does not have sides. You know, this is, it's okay. I can do this. I can't do this. If I need to hang, there's stuff on the sides. There is stuff to hang off of the back. Like, meaning this portion right back here, there is something I can hang off of here. This has sides, but maybe, you know, the top doesn't have a top deck or a side. Like, stuff like that is really important to make notes of as you go, just so that way you know if you have something that's supposed to hang or not hang, you know if you will or will not have a place for it. So then we go back to here, and after I knew kind of what size I was working with and whatnot, I made sure to go through and I broke it down into 4 shelves and how I wanted what to go where. So do I want to go, you know, dry ingredients? Do I want to go, these are my most used? Do I want to go blah, blah, blah? It doesn't matter. These are what I came up with. So on the top shelf, we are going with decorating type supplies that my mom uses a lot in canned type products like condensed milk, that kind of stuff. Second one down, we have the dries, which are the flour, the sugar, salt, etc. Number 3 is the mix-in, so the chocolate chips, the oats, all that kind of stuff. And then number 4 is the pans. Now, it's important to remember that while I was doing this part of it, I did keep it relatively loose. Like, this was just like to start off, kind of get a fresh idea of what I wanted to go where, because I think when you're going through this process, it's really important to kind of visualize it as much as you can. But for some of us, it's not easy to do that. Like, people, it drives me nuts when people go, oh, you just have to visualize it. And I'm like, visualize it? Like what? Like fucking donkeys and unicorns? Because like, I can't do that. So for me, it was practical. Like, I organize things based on practicality. And so once I had that done, I kind of went to the website, and I went to the Container Store first. So thecontainerstore.com. And again, I don't know if I said this or not. My God, my gloss is traveling. I don't know if I said this or not, but it is not sponsored. This is not sponsored content in no way, shape, or form. Were they contacted? I didn't get a discount for this. Nothing was sponsored by them or Amazon or anyone. So now that that's out of the way, hey, Container Store, you're gonna love this video because I used a lot of your stuff. So I went to their website, and they do break it down into different categories, like organizing your kitchen, organizing your pantry, your bathroom, da, 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 da. And they do show you different applications of like, oh, this could work really good over here, or it could work good over here. So I went there, I got a couple of ideas, and then I mainly made sure that as I was finding things and ideas and looks like aesthetics that I really liked, I made sure to take those and take their measurements, because the next part that we're going to get into in the notebook is really important that you keep track of your measurements. So I went through, okay, I'm just gonna lick my finger, which I hate it when people do that. But on this other page, I wrote down a couple of really key things. I made sure to say, okay, I'm gonna have flour, sugar, which is white, brown, and powdered, cocoa, oats, and then for the decorating area, I'm gonna have cake tips, melting chocolate, sprinkles, dyes, possibly cookie cutters, you know, this kind of stuff. And at first, it was just all of that half. And I did that just so I could keep rough track of like the various things going on different stages. So then I went through on their website and I started to find items, which I will show you here in a second as we start going through. That's where this breakdown kind of came in. Now this is each shelf. So top shelf, second, third, and then the fourth was on this opposing sheet right here, which isn't as important because that's just mainly the pots and pans at the bottom. So I went through and I grabbed the size of each individual like container, like a big jar, a little jar, a tower, a stackable container, and I kind of roped it off and kind of accounted for all of the space on each shelf. And I did this just so I would know that I had enough room for different things. And again, I show you this. This is just like how I do it. It's a really, really rough draft idea. And it's mainly there just to show you guys like my thought process. That's all we're going to talk. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this. But if you're wondering like what I'm referencing or kind of how I came to this conclusion, this is what like my paper version of this project looks like. So, and keeping in mind, I'm not like a super like organized-y person. I'm not a very like, oh, everything has to be perfect and in its place. Like I'm kind of a mess. You guys have seen my world. Like I'm kind of a hot mess sometimes, but I do feel like if I'm going to go through all the trouble and like spend the time and spend the money, especially to do a project like this, I want to make sure that it's done right. I want to make sure that it's done in a way that I'm going to really enjoy it and that my mom and I will be able to get as much use of it as out of it as possible. So I think going into it, it's really important to remember those types of factors. So let's go ahead, and I think the first thing that we have to start doing, because I want to start on the top shelf and work my way down just so I don't have like all of that stuff that I have to deal with. So we're going to start by taking my mother, God love her, is not the type of woman, like you guys know, if you have a mom or you are a mom, hi, you know that you do not spend money on yourself. You don't spend money on what you want it spent on. Like, that's just not what you guys do. So my mom has a ton of like baking supplies and like cake decorating stuff and cake tips and sprinkles. Like, I'm talking sprinkles, like 300 little containers of sprinkles. Some of them are the tiny ones, some of them are these. We have like these friggin' these guys right here. Like, my mom has so many freaking sprinkles, and she loves them. She uses them all the time. She loves to make cupcakes and cakes and cookies and like the shortbread cookies at Christmas and stuff like that, and she just has a lot of them, which is great, but she's always kept them in literally just like straight up plastic bags, like plastic bags full of her cake decorating stuff, and she's never taken the time or the money to deal with it because she's always been like, oh, you know, so-and-so needs this, or I need to buy this, or whatever. And so I really wanted to take this top shelf and kind of dedicate it to her in that respect. So it's gonna be, I'm pretty sure, all of her stuff, like all of her sprinkles, her cake tips, and I went through and I've got her like new organizational little things for her cake tips that I think she's really gonna love. So that was a lot of talking. So the first thing we are going to do, what was that noise? I think the dogs are doing something they're not supposed to be doing. But anyways, I just heard their little, they have this little ball that has like a little rattle inside of it, and I heard it go brrr down the road, and I'm like, what are you guys doing out there, dogs? But I'll go deal with that in a second. So I think what I'm gonna start off with first is organizing the sprinkles. And this part, I'm honestly like, I'm nervous about, because I didn't, and I don't know if I said this or not, but this is all a 100% surprise to her. She has no idea what I'm doing. She basically handed me this shelving unit and she said, do your thing. Like, I want you to do what you think would look good, because I bake the most, obviously, but my mom also loves to bake, and it needs to be like a way for us to kind of coexist together. And I know it's something that would just mean a lot for her to have organized in general. So I'm really hoping that the sprinkle project is gonna be like, oh my god, the best. Like, I'm nervous because, again, she has no idea, so like, she could hate it, but I'm hoping she loves it. I'm hoping. And by the way, see my shirt? It says nobody puts baby in a corner. Isn't that the best? I got it from Torrid. I will link it down below as well. So let's go ahead and get started, and I will talk to you guys about my sprinkle organizers. Oh my god. Okay, so I am back. I have the first item unwrapped, and I am so ready and so excited. I love that I made that huge disclaimer about the Container Store, and this first item is from Amazon, not the Container Store. So this is the Spice Tower Carousel. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, calm down, Paige. So this is what she looks like right here, and basically it's exactly what it says. It is a big old Spice Tower carousel. So it spins around and you can put all these different spices in it, which I already took the liberty of taking it out. You can hear it squeaking because I think there's a piece of plastic under there that I didn't take out. But basically, she spins like this, and as you see right here, it does, like, you know, you can put the names on the front, which it does come with a full name sheet. I'm assuming that's what this is. Yes, a full name sheet of all the different spices, so you can just go ahead and stick them on there if you want to. But, of course, I am not using those because I am using it for the sprinkles. So, basically, my thought process is it's going to look exactly like that, but with all the different colored sprinkles. I'm going to try and organize it either by color or by season or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But I did account for these. Each hold 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So each one of these holds four different sprinkles. So 4, 8, 12. So each carousel will hold 12 different colors or 12 different sprinkle types, which is awesome. So my first step here, I guess, is to just go ahead and get to fill in these bad boys. But if you were curious, they just lift off. They're good and easy to deal with. So they're just easy. Again, these don't like screw on here, so you kind of do have to be, you know, mindful of that, I guess. But like, they're not gonna just like randomly tip over. They're pretty sturdy as far as something like this goes. And they each come with their own little cap. They hold this much product, and this right here is obviously indented, but they hold that much product, however much that is. And then this little top right here actually screws off, and you have a sifter right here, which I just think is really cool for sprinkles. But I believe this also does pop off, so if you want to pop it off, you can do that as well, and get the sprinkles out that way. So anyways, okay, let's stop talking and let's get to spilling our sprinkles. No, how about we spill no sprinkles, and instead we just fill those sprinkles, honey. Yeah, girl, woo, girl, queen, yes, huh, woo. Woo! And real quick, just because I forgot to say it earlier, it also comes with this right here. And these are all the screens. So there's 12 additional screens in here for the containers. And these have much, much smaller little holes in them than the ones that come on them, like from the factory. So if you want something a little bit finer, it does come with screens for that too. Wow, they really thought of everything with this. Hey, real quick, fun fact, in case you were wondering how much one of these holds, it actually perfectly holds this whole container of sprinkles right here. And this is a Wilton 5-ounce container of sprinkles, and look at it, like perfectly fits. Awesome! Just thought you should know in case you were wondering. So that's roughly what we have to work with, which is like the perfect size, actually. So these are going to work out even better than I thought. Go team, go! Whew, okay, back to the work. Okay guys, I wanted to share with you, I finally got the first one done. I know it, like, that was obnoxious, right? But seriously, look at how good that squeak is gonna drive me nuts. But look at how cute, right? So for this first tower, I actually organized these ones by dragees, or a lot of people might call them like sugar balls or sugar pills or whatever. But basically they're just the really large, round, obnoxious, like they could break off a tooth, but they're still decoration that you put on like cakes and cookies and stuff. And they're just really, really large. They're not like a standard sprinkle like these, how these are really like fine and small. They're not tiny. They're just big, obnoxious balls of sugar. And I love these. They look so beautiful when you decorate them. And I thought it would be cool. And I put her, her little, I had 2 spots left. So I put her Halloween eyes. These are like just the big wafers that look like little eyes. And then she puts those on like Halloween cookies. And then this is like a blue and white kind of sprinkle, but like really thick, dense sugar ball type things. And I thought it would be cool to put all of these together for her, because then when she's looking for dragees, which is what, again, that's what we call these. I think that that's like their technical name. I don't know. But that way, when she's looking for them, she knows what she has, what color, how much. She doesn't have to look around. She doesn't have to go crazy. So anyways, this is the first one. Let me go ahead and finish up the sprinkles. My God, this right here took like 25 minutes. Oh my God. Oh my God. But seriously, how cute is this? I'm dying a little bit. I'm so excited. I'm like sweating, but I'm excited. Okay. Okay, you guys. So here's my update. I have been working tirelessly, and this is what I have done so far. So basically, this sprinkle endeavor took me an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm still not done. I have 3 of these turntable things done and filled up and looking good and beautiful and fantastic, but I'm not done. So I have 1 more of those to do, but I took a break because, quite frankly, I'm like, I need to move past this. I guess I underestimated how big of a little asshole those little containers, some of them would be to open, but I did want to kind of fill you guys in. So these, oh, you know what, I should probably turn the camera around now, shouldn't I? These are these fantastical big glass jars. Now I did buy them obviously in 3 sizes. These are from the Container Store. You can buy them as a group. You can get all the same sizes. You can do whatever. But I did, and I left like all the plastic on these. There's obviously nothing in them. These, I think I want to do like cookie cutters and then like other little things for her in, depending on, like, maybe one of them will be like cake pop type sticks and that kind of stuff. I'm not 100% sure. I just figured all of the, oh hello, excuse me. Sorry, sir. But I just figured all of this in general is going to be like the rest of her cake decorating things. So now we are still working on her section. I really, like, honestly, you guys, I want this top shelf to be perfect for her. And I'm not sure, some of it I might have to like move around or rearrange or whatever to make it work for the space, because I don't want it to be difficult for her to like reach up there and grab the stuff, or like, you know, just have it be a problem. So I'll definitely work on like moving it around and see what she thinks. But for right now, I'm really excited to move on to this next part, because she is like, she's been wanting to do something with her cake tips for so long, and she hasn't had any way to do anything with them, and I think I came up with a solution, hopefully. Hopefully. I'm gonna change the battery, grab the supplies, and I'll be right back. God, I am like sweating. You guys, I've been working on this for an hour and a half, and like that's all I have to show for it. And the goal was to get this done before they got back. Well, don't see that happening now, do I? Huh. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so update. Look at this. I was off camera because I went to go grab all the stuff like I said I was going to finish up some of the cake supply decorating. And we had a small malfunction when I almost dropped my battery that needed to charge into water, which is not the way that that's supposed to be. And then I was like, oh, well, I'll get it charged, blah, blah, blah. And so I brought my camera back here. I set it up and I did all of this while talking to the camera, might I add. And all of that to be said, I'm thirsty. Let's go get something to drink. And while I'm working on all of it, I freaking come to find out that the little button, I never hit record. And so here I am talking to myself, and I thought, the screen looks darker, but like maybe it's just in the shadow. No. Oh no. Oh my God. And Diet Coke Light Ice from McDonald's. Yes. Okay. And so let's kind of go ahead and show you what I came up with over here. So let me turn this camera around and figure this business out. Can you tell this is my first organizational video? Sorry. Okay, so let's start off inside of this big old beast right here. Now, this is from the Container Store. This container, this big one right here. This is actually the large stackable container. It is hinged, obviously, so you can open it up like that. And I wanted these bigger ones for a lot of her, obviously, bigger cake supplies, like decorating type stuff. So I also, as like a fun little thing, I picked my mom up a couple of these. Now, these are, if you're not familiar, Wilton is like a brand that makes a lot of cake supplies and stuff. To like decorate and house it and all that stuff. Well, they make these, and this is a Wilton cake tip holder, and my mom has needed a new one. Like, you guys, like, let's just be 100% real. This is what my mom had. This old, beat up, crusty, like, thing that is, like, broken at the hinges. And it's because, like I told you guys before, she just puts herself last for everything. And so she has had way more tips than that could hold for years. And she's just kept them in, like, little plastic baggies all over the place, trying to be like, oh, it's fine, it's not a big deal. And, like, my mom is the type of person that, if you couldn't tell by now, she's very, like, oh, I'm grateful that I have the cake tips. Like, I don't have to have them all together. I don't have to have fancy things. Like, it's really awesome. She's grateful for the 99-cent cake tip more so than anything else. So for her, it's like, this is gonna be extra special and extra awesome because she has wanted something to organize her cake tips for so long. And so I actually grabbed her 3 of these, and I grabbed her 3 because I had enough in here to fill 1.5 of them. That's why this one's only half full, but I'm pretty sure she does have more somewhere that I'm just not seeing. So I grabbed her a 3rd one that she can fill and do, you know, whatever she wants with it. Or even if she doesn't have anything to put in it, she can fill it when the time comes. So let's go ahead and flip this back around. I just wanted to make that little disclaimer because my mom is fantastic and she deserved a new cake tip holder. So let's go ahead and flip this back over. And so basically I went ahead and you could stack these 2 deep in here, which is awesome. And then the rest of the area I filled with a lot of her like little miscellaneous things, whether they be like the bags right here or these the secures that go on when you put the plastic bag. If you've never piped frosting before, these go on the end, and these are what hold these tips on in the plastic bag, is this right here. So I went ahead and I put all of these in here, all of her little skewers that she uses for like cakes and pops and stuff like that. And then these are little cookie cutter like things, but she uses these for cookies. I'm not sure where she wants those. So anyways, this is just like a bunch of this miscellaneous kind of stuff, and I'll get to that a little bit more in a second. So this is right here, and it closes. It doesn't hinge like clasp down or anything, but it does stay nice and flat and flush. And these are stackable. So these right here are 2 large stackable bins, and these are 2 small stackable bins, right? So they're much, much smaller, but they still stack everything together. Everything is like nice and flush and even, which is so, so great for this whole situation we've got going on right here. So let me put this down and move to the next bin. So now obviously we are into the next large bin right here, and in this one I put a lot of her larger cake utensils and stuff. I know there's like a random little tiny wooden fence in here. She did a beach scene once, and these were just like the cutest things. Anyways, these are all of her utensils. Like, she uses these whenever she's leafing a cake or using leafing. This is a roller for like fondant, anything like that, or even if she's like working with candies, she uses this roller. Larger skewers, paddles, anything like that. And then down in here, there's also her little cardboard plates that she puts cakes on. Basically everything that went in here was just anything that was large that I know that she likes to keep all together. Now, for those of you, obviously, you don't know my mom, she really likes to keep everything that has to do with her cake decorating together. So even though these are technically utensils and a lot of people would keep them in the kitchen, for my mom, she always keeps it all together. That way, I wanted to make it so when she goes to decorate her cakes, literally she can just grab these stacked bins and go out to the kitchen and like be done. She doesn't have to rummage, she doesn't have to go through 1,000 bags. I wanted to make it so she could just grab everything together and know that she had all of her supplies and that it would be really easy for her. So that is the second large bin, which I love these large stackable bins. Again, Container Store, and I will obviously link them. So now we're gonna get into the little ones. I love these so much. Oh my God. Now for these small, I believe these are actually like technically the medium, you know, catch my air quotes there, hinged lids. Again, they are hinged. Now this one does pooch up a little bit. I left a lot of these bottles in here, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna wanna go through here and throw out a couple because they're like duplicates and like one of them is like almost literally empty. So I'm leaving that for her to do because I'd be pissed if somebody like threw away like a primer that, you know, they thought was half gone or whatever. But I went ahead and in this one I put a lot of her like flavors. So these are like liqueur flavors or clear forms or lemon, not lemon extract, but like lemon, it has a name. But basically it's like the really, really intense version of that taste. So you need a very small amount of it to put in and like get that flavor. So she does work with a lot of that kind of stuff. It's kind of like vanilla extract, but like other flavors and a lot more intense. So those are all in here. These are push dyes, just really intense, again, colorings, food colorings, that kind of thing. More colorings over here in boxes. And then over here are all of her small dyes. So you guys have probably, if you deal with cakes or anything like that, you know what those are. Just more basically food coloring, dye coloring, frosting coloring, that kind of thing. So, whew, you guys. Isn't that crazy awesome? Like this is, my mom, I'm serious, like she's gonna love this, I hope. I hope she's gonna love this. So these are going to go right up here, excuse me, not that you can see, but they are going to go right up here next to the sprinkles. Now, here's my thing. I think I'm gonna move these jars right here. I don't know for sure if they're gonna stay in here or not to go with this. I'm not 100% sure, but when I was doing the measurements, I think I under measured on the sprinkle towers for what I would need to fit those because I'll end up needing 4 sprinkle towers. So I want to go ahead, I wanna make sure that it's like easy for her to move around and navigate. So this is going to be one of those instances where less is more. So I want to make sure again that I just get rid of these. I'm going to not get rid of them, but I'm going to get them down and then put these, the stackable containers, up on the end over there. And then we're going to keep going down the shelves. And if I can find like a good use for these in here, I will. If not, just, you know, real quick while I'm taking a little break, you guys, y'all can tell me real quick, do you want or are you interested in me doing the kitchen? Because I will be doing the kitchen one way or the other. So you guys can tell me down below if you're loving this so far. This video is gonna be so long but so fun. Like, I have been so excited to do this. I'm gonna keep working, but I'm so excited. Okay, let's go ahead. You know what? Actually, I lied. Don't vote yet. Don't tell me yet if you want there to be another one. Wait till the end. Let's see the finished product, and then we'll see if I'm any good at it and go from there. So let's go ahead and let's keep moving our asses along. All right, you guys, so I went ahead and I got everything situated to start on this row right here, which as we know is going to be like the flours, the powdered sugars, that kind of stuff, regular sugar. And you can definitely see we have a shit ton of flour that somebody probably triple and quadruple bought because she didn't have any organization to tell her she did not need to buy it. So today hopefully will be the last time that happens. So I want to show you what I picked up that is so exciting to me. Like, I found this set on the Container Store and on their website, and I honestly had like a moment where I was like, girl needs to calm down, because this like appeased all my fucking dreams. Oh my God. Do you see this? This is the Prep Works Pro Keeper 6-piece baker storage set. And what's so awesome about this is that it comes with obviously 6 containers, but 6 containers that each have a specific purpose. Like, okay, for example, let's kind of pop over here to this guy right here. Let's just bam, drop that box. So this one right here is flour. It's the biggest, which is great. It's meant to hold, I believe, a standard 5-pound container. You open it up and it actually has this right here built into it, so you can level off, like, oh hey, I'm in here, I'm scooping, and it has a leveler built in. Obviously that's for flour. That's freaking amazing. You go over to this one right here, which is meant for brown sugar, and it actually comes with this little disc, which obviously there is a water droplet on it. You wet this and you set it on top of the brown sugar, and it helps keep the molasses and all that moist so it doesn't get all clumpy and stuff. So this is meant like specifically for brown sugar, and it comes with a way to make it easier. This one over here will be used for regular sugar. It is the second biggest regular container in the 6-piece set, and it comes with this little hoopty-doo-dah in the lid, so you can pour it straight out like that instead of having to open the container every time, which is good for people that are used to using sugar, because hello, like, you don't always want to have to open it up and scoop out. You won't have to dip in, you won't have to open it. It'll be super easy to use that way. And then this one right here, honestly, was probably my most exciting thing ever. This is the one for powdered sugar. And it comes, my dog just scared the crap out of me, and it comes with actually a powdered sugar duster. And there we go. So not only does it come with the same thing the flour one has, which is this little rod that you can place right in here, you can snap down, so if you're measuring you can even it off, but it also comes with this little spoon in the lid, which is freaking brilliant. On one side you can just scoop out if you want like just a tiny bit of powdered sugar, it's just a little scooper. On the other side though, you grab it, fill it up right here, and you can see it's actually like, you know, aerated. Scoop it in and you do this, and it's actually a powdered sugar duster. And it's built into the freaking lid. Like, how genius is this freaking invention right here? I literally, guys, I couldn't even. And then it actually has like idiot-proof little sections in the lid where it shows you like, this is how to put it in. This is the direction. This is the round part over here, and this is where the sifter goes. Like, I just love how easy these are to use and how they are so like multi-purpose. Like, I'm just, oh my god, I'm so obsessed with this whole collection. It's like the things dreams are made of for me. So then, while I have you in like this angle, I guess you could say, this horrible angle, by the way, this is the last one, and you get 2 of these. I believe these are like little 12-ounce containers. Hello, focus on page, thank you. So these actually are just a little container, but they have a little sifter or like a little sprinkler thing built in, so you can use these for anything. I actually want to put cocoa in these because obviously cocoa, that would be like a really useful situation right there. And it comes with 2 of these because, you know, cocoa sprinkles or something like that. That's what the picture shows. But again, how thoughtful is that? Like, honestly, for me, when I found this set, I thought it was the most thoughtful, like well put together set I've ever found. And again, this is from the Container Store. I believe, I know you can buy each one of these individually as well, but I think you can get the set for like $60 or $70, which I know is like, holy crap, expensive, wow. But you do get 6 containers. They come with all the little gizmos and the gadgets that you need. And I honestly feel like if you are like really seriously wanting to do this, let me tell you, first of all, these are going to keep everything fresh, because look at the seal. I know you probably can barely see that on camera, but this mother effer, when I first opened it up, it was like a vacuum in there. It was crazy. Like, I'm so impressed with these. And I also did pick up little labels from the Container Store as well, and the little chalk markers that go with it, so I'll be able to label them like flour, powdered sugar, all that cute stuff. So for the next hot minute here, I'm going to just be transferring stuff over. So I will hop back on here and I will show you guys, I guess, what they look like when they are all filled, maybe, or maybe I'll turn it on and do like a time-lapse thing. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not that cool, you guys, but let me go ahead and let me get to work, because again, it's already been like 2.5 hours and I've gotten that done. Which I know it doesn't look like a lot, but like, I'm exhausted already. I could take a nap and eat 3 burgers, at least 3, and some Doritos. Oh my god, Dorito chips sounds so fucking, okay, Paige, stop. Just go do something. Okay, so it has been a little while. I went ahead and I have been trying to move stuff around and make it look the way that I wanted to, and I'm really low-key freaking irritated right now, because one of the things that I measured is not the measurement that they had on the website. Like, I double checked my chart and the website and then the container that it was, and I was like, cute, girl, cute. So I've had to like rearrange a couple of things, and so it's not like 100% the way I'd like it to be. I had to use another thing like in place of it. It's a whole thing. But let's go ahead and turn you guys around and show you where I'm at so far, because I'm actually kind of low-key impressed. Also, keep in mind that these are the adorable bin clip labels that are going to go on the bins, but obviously they're not on the bins yet because they're right here. So that's that. Now let's go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. So obviously we've already seen the top one. We were working on the second shelf. So flour, powdered sugar, or regular sugar, brown sugar, powdered sugar, and then cocoa right here. I might have overfilled the cocoa just like a little bit. And then this I want to have as the extras bin, because right now, like I said before, I didn't know what the hell I had. So like there's all kinds of extra crap. So in here is like extra powdered sugar, extra brown sugar. Actually, there's 3 types. There's the regular light brown sugar, dark brown sugar, as well as the Truvia brown sugar. I had a couple recipes that called for that. And then as well, this is the unbleached pre-sifted flour. I always have a couple recipes that call for that. And then again, just regular powdered sugar. So these will all get tags at the end of it. Right next to this, this is not the holder that was supposed to be here. There was supposed to be a different holder altogether. But for right now, this is going to work. It's actually supposed to be double stacked. I saved the photo. Hold on. This is what it's like supposed to look for. This is what it's supposed to look like, which clearly it is not double stacked, nor is it holding cans like that, but neither here nor there. This is what we are using right now, but essentially I do want this to be one that you can kind of move in and out. Now I got this right here, like this set, the little package I just showed you, that is from Amazon, and it's not exactly, because obviously sweetened condensed milks and stuff like this are smaller than a regular can, so I will probably end up changing this for right now, but for right now it'll stay the way it is. These baskets, as well as down here, you'll see again in a second, these are from the Container Store, and again, everything will be linked down below, but these baskets are so freaking nice. They feel so good. They're so beautiful. Like aesthetically, look at how nice that looks. Like, oh my god. Okay, so next shelf down, this is actually going to be a really interesting area for me. So this is going to be like the mix-in shelf. So obviously oats, oats are over here anytime you need like Crisco, whatever, but also overflow. So like overflow oats, overflow cocoa, that kind of thing. Also chocolate chips are a must. These are my mom's melting chips. Anything that we'd have like nuts or anything like that for baking, those will go in here. And then this bin, oh my god. So you guys, I'm so excited about that bin because honestly, I came up with what I think is the best idea I've ever had. So I'm going to be calling that bin the Essentials bin, and basically it's going to be everything that I need every time I bake. And it's not like flour, sugar, nothing like that. But I'm talking like the powdered sugar, or the powdered sugar, oh my god, the vanilla, the salt, the baking soda, baking powder, all that kind of stuff that you always need, but like you always have to rummage through the cupboard and blah, blah, blah. Like I don't want to always have to do that. So that is going to be the Essentials bin. And it's basically like anytime I come back here to bake, I know for sure I'm going to need that bin, and then I can grab whatever else I need and take it out there. But for sure, I will always have that bin with all my essentials. And I figured by doing it that way, it'll also make it really easy to know, like, hey, I'm almost out of baking soda, I'm almost out of vanilla, or whatever the case is. That way you always know, because you're always looking at it, you're always grabbing it. And if it's like, oh, hey, I only need like these couple of things, you can grab them out, you can take the whole bin. You could put other things in that bin if you don't want to make 2 trips and you're lazy like me. I just thought it was such a good idea to like kind of try out and like do something a little different with. And I made the basket a little bit smaller on purpose. That way I don't have to worry about being like that lazy person that just like overflows and puts random stuff into the bin, or you know, like stuff ends up in the wrong bin. My thought process was, it's kind of like when you go into the grocery store and you grab the basket, like the handheld basket when you get there, because you know if you take the cart you're gonna buy more shit than you need, so you grab the handheld in the hopes that you don't buy more shit than you need. You know what I'm talking about? Same concept, but with baskets. So the Essentials basket is only for those essential items, which obviously there's none in there yet because they're all still in the kitchen. But by hopefully keeping the basket small, making it like very specific what is allowed to be in there, that's the goal. So That's that. Now, what else do I have to do? By the way, my parents are on their way home soon, so like my fun party is almost over. I'm very sad about it. All that's left now is I'm gonna be on the bottom of the shelf, or the bottom shelf rather, and I have to go through there and kind of sort through pots and pan land and like try to figure out what I want to do, how I want to organize those. I did get a couple of racks for that kind of stuff, but I'm still, yeah, I'm just kind of trying to work a couple of things out, see what I like, what I don't like, where I want them, whatever. But for so far, you guys, like honestly, let's be honest with Paige. Don't we kind of low-key love how this is looking so far? Like, okay, obviously, like, we're not looking at the bottom shelf, but, like, look at how good and, like, clean and put together that looks compared to how it looked before. Like, I'm super impressed so far. I don't know. I'm feeling very accomplished, and I'm really hoping that I can get this done, but, like, I'm really running out of steam. I've been doing this for, like, 4 hours now, and I'm so tired. I'm so excited for this video, you guys. Like, you have no idea. I have been looking forward to this video for so long. Okay, anyways, let me go ahead and get back to work because I don't want to be lazy, and I'll check in with you guys here again in a little bit and see where we're at with the progress. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, hi guys. Okay, so I'm officially on the floor, and I was trying to organize the bottom shelf that has like all the pans and like the cupcake tins, the drying racks, that kind of stuff. And I like it. It's not exactly what I had envisioned because my mom kind of sprung like some odd shaped things on me that I just was not anticipating. Rude. So I am gonna like work with this part probably a little bit more after this video, but for right now I think it looks really good. I basically, oh, I could just show you. I basically just took one of these organizers, which I have, where did that box go? Hello, where you at, girl? It is this box right here. I got this from Amazon. It is the bakeware rack, and it's actually adjustable. So where you see her kind of plugging it into those little holes right there, you can decide like the width of how wide it is. So I kind of did it like obviously by the width of these various things. So cupcake tins, and then all my baking racks, and then a couple of cutting boards. And then here are my loaf pans, grater, all that good stuff. Uh-oh, they're back. Hello? Been invaded. I'll be back. Okay guys, so mom is here. She has willingly decided to let me tape her reaction because as you guys know, that is a big thing. So
what's all over the floor?
I'm gonna show, I don't know, mother, we're not talking about the floor right now. Don't ask me what's on the floor because we know what's on the floor. So don't ask. So let's go ahead and bring her in, and I hope she likes it. So you can come in. And
wow,
yeah, so do you,
that's fast.
Okay, hold on. Yes, so let me flip it to both of us. Hi. So here's the deal. I did this with you in mind for multiple things. Number one,
it's totally different than what I thought it'd be.
Oh really?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go like all containers.
Okay, hold on. So
I
I organized 100% based on what would be easiest for you to bake with and cook with for this entire upper deck. So up here you have 2 brand new containers for your Wilton tips. I bought you the new 55-piece holders.
Oh yay.
They are stacked in there, and I went through and I put all your tips in there correctly. And then also in that bin you'll find all of your like cake pop type stuff, all that good stuff. Next one up is all those big utensils.
Googly eyes.
Yes. And then up on here, these are both of your dyes and then your flavorings that you like, because I know you like to keep those separate. All of your sprinkles have been put into these individual rotisserie things. Now, obviously right now they're not spinning. I have to reorganize the upper deck a little. Okay. So these are actually rotisserie little things. These all come off and they have a little sprinkler built in.
Oh, that's what those came to.
Yes. And so they're technically spice holders, but I went through and I opened every single one and I organized them for you. So that way you'd be able to see what you have and how you can use it. What are these for? Those were going to be your cookie jars, or your cupcake holders and your cookie cutters and that kind of stuff. So that way you'd still have a place for them. I don't know for sure it'll be right here, but I wanted you to have a place for all of that stuff because I know that you love all of that.
This is a good idea.
Thank you. So then this is actually not what this is supposed to be. I've already explained to them it actually was the wrong size, so I had to improvise a little bit. But this is going to be sweetened condensed milk, and then the other one. What's the other one? Sweetened condensed and
evaporated.
Evaporated, thank you. So that's that. This guy right here is the overflow basket for right now for any and all powdered sugars, sweet sugars, or my weird flour right here. Obviously all of these have not been labeled or in the bins. The bins will also be labeled. That's going to be the essentials basket. This is the chocolate and or melting basket. So your melting chocolates are in here as well as my chocolate chips, nuts, or any other mix-ins. These are all extras right here. And then on the bottom we have obviously all the pots and pans. They are slightly organized. I'm not 100% on it yet, but for right now, what do you think?
Oh my gosh, you got more.
Oh yeah, so yes, and I told them this too. I bought you 3. These are, by the way, you guys, these are the containers, and of course, yet again, link down below. These are the containers from Wilton. I got you 3. 2 of them are 1.5 full, but I know that you have a bunch scattered all over here, out in storage, whatever. So I bought you an extra one for if and when you want to fill that one. And then if you want, I will show you. You can hold this. This up here, I don't know if you want me to take it down or not, but I can show you how this is organized. These are your clear stackable, but these are hinged lids, so you can take them down one at a time. But everything that you need for your baking and all of that for your cakes are all right there. All your sprinkles.
Even the cutter?
The cutter, what's the cutter?
It cuts the cake.
Is that the hoop-de-loo rod with a string across it? Yeah, yep, that's in there.
Awesome.
Yep, I put all of your utensils in there. These are just garbage. And then, yeah, I think.
Wow.
I tried so hard.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Aww,
do you like it? Do you like it, Mama?
I do. And
honestly?
I do. I didn't think that you would, honestly, I didn't think you would mix this, which is me.
I would, and see, that's why I did it.
This is me.
I 100% wasn't going to go with these baskets, you guys, but I went with them because I knew that was Mom's aesthetic. She loved those baskets, and we saw some a long time ago that were really similar to that, and she fell in love with them. And so I wanted to try and incorporate that. If I had to have boxes or containers, I thought she'd love them. Same with the big jars. I know how much she loves jars.
I do.
And again, yes, those will spin when there's more room.
And these all, you have to lift these out individually to get them off.
Yep, but I figured to stack them.
Which is no biggie.
And they were stackable containers, so they're all good and sturdy.
Oh, you got my sprinkles in there?
I got all your sprinkles. Every single thing of sprinkles.
Gosh.
There's like 50-some little containers that I opened individually.
My Halloweeny.
And your very first one, which is way back there, I organized, those are all dragees. Minus this guy right here, which I totally fucked up and forgot about, but they're all dragees back there. I tried to go through and I combined all your colors together for all the duplicates.
Well, all you have to do is like switch that bottom one, which really isn't.
Exactly, yes, I know. Trust me, I tried, but I gave up after a while.
Okay.
So, what do you think? Yes? Are you happy?
Yeah.
So here's my question. Is that an acceptable way to organize the sprinkles?
Oh my God, it's more than what I even thought it was.
So I was so nervous, you guys, about this. I have been literally...
Okay, I have a question. Where did you put the... It's not real, it's like flaked glitter.
Like, is it blue?
It's real
Is it blue?
There's blue, silver, and
you
gold
only had
highlight.
blue, and it's right here. The white one you had got moisture inside of it, and I had to throw it away. It was no good. The only one you had was that blue one right there.
Right here? Yep. Okay.
That was the only one that was any good.
Oh, that's sad.
I know, I'm sorry. And I really, because I went through everything. The other ones, so anyways.
I love it.
I was in
so now,
yes.
When you finish doing your bathroom,
yes.
This side will be next.
Oh yeah, so you guys, right next to this, as I'm sure you noticed, there's like other stuff, towels and whatnot. Mom wants me to tackle that shelf next. So anyways,
after she does her bathroom.
Yes, after.
Because your bathroom's horrible.
Yeah, it needs help. So I was so nervous about this sprinkle thing, wasn't I? I kept telling Mom, I'm like,
I don't know why.
Because here was my thing. I'm like, is Mom, no, those are no good. So
okay, great.
I sat here and I was like freaking out over this whole sprinkle fiasco because I'm like, what if I take them out of containers? What if you don't like them? That was my biggest fear.
Oh, I love those
If I go through and she's like, I hate this. And, oh, by the way, these right here, see how they've got a wide sifter on them? You guys have already seen like how it's a nice wide sifter. It actually came with, every single pack came with a pack of these, which are small sifters. So you can even change the sifter if you're like, oh, this hole is too big for this type of sprinkle. You can actually change the hole. And I thought it would be a good way for you because I wanted you to be able to see
what I have.
Exactly, because that's your biggest thing. That's why you end up buying so many of all the wrong shit, because you can never tell what you have.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Love it.
What do you think?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really? Like, honestly? You don't have to say it just because the camera's on.
No, I love it because it's organic. I mean, all my stuff's in one
Yes.
spot. Well, most of it is.
And I told him too, because I was like, you know, my mom never has she went and bought like a new Wilton tip container. She never wants.
You bought me my first one.
Yes, I did. And I was like explaining to them that she's never done this kind of stuff for herself because it's important to her, but she's never dealt with it. She's just never done it. A, it's not her thing, and B, like, why take the money to do that when you could take the money and do mom type shit for your kids or whatever moms do. So
Yeah,
I figured
mamas don't take this.
and that's exactly what I told them. So I just thought that, woo, don't lean on the washer when you weigh like a heifer. So I just wanted this to be a nice little fun, like, tribute to the mother.
Oh, that's sweet.
I hope that you like it.
I love it.
I really hope that you like it.
What I like is that everything has
a place.
A place.
Yes, like a place, a name, and they will all have tags, so they're gonna look super cute. These are the tags. I haven't done them yet. But they are bin clip labels, and they actually will clip right on the front.
How cute.
And I explained to them, this is the essentials bin right here. I explained to them.
What's essentials?
Remember the essentials from the kitchen? That's going to be the vanilla, the baking soda, the baking powder. So every time you bake, you just grab the basket. Okay. And I love that idea. So that's going to be that one. And then you can throw in whatever else you need and scuttle along. But
yeah, because we can do baking soda, baking powder, vanilla,
anything, that kind of
almond
stuff.
extract.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah.
Is this mother approved, this organizational situation?
It is mother
And by the way, you guys, it's not done yet. I will be finishing this up and I will show you the finished final product, but this was just me showing mom because I wanted to show mommy. Yes?
Thanks. Yeah, I love it.
All right, so I will finish up and I will check in with you guys here after a hot minute. Say bye, Mom.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so real quick, I'm about to go eat dinner and I was like just trying to clean up a little bit before I go eat dinner, and then I'm gonna come back and finish this. And I just realized that the whole time I was filming this video, I had a bag here for garbage. And instead of the bag for garbage, I used the hamper. So I can't wait until she finds sprinkles in the hamper. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
I love you. What are you doing?
I was coming in to help you pick up while your stuff was
Oh, that was nice of you. I love you.
What'd you do?
Nothing. Okay, you guys, so it is officially the next day. I have the project completely finished, complete with most of the tags. I'll get into that here in a second. But I wanted to come on and show you guys. I did rearrange some stuff I got with Mom, and there were just a couple things that weren't fitting correctly, a couple things we didn't like. And as you guys know, I wanted the whole top shelf to be as easy for her to use as possible. So we did go ahead and we moved some stuff around there. But I'm really excited. By the way, do you love this? Come on, like how cute is this shirt? It has palm trees on it. Adorable. It's from Tord. I'll link that down below as well. So anyways, I want to go ahead. I'm going to show you guys the final, and then I'm going to just talk for a little bit, and then this is over. This project has taken so long, but I'm so glad it's done. So let's show you the finish. The finished product. Yeah. So you can definitely see we kind of made the entire top shelf a lot bigger, a lot more spacious. That way every single one of these can turn freely without there being an issue. We rearranged the colors. That was just her personal preference. And I did go ahead and I sacrificed just a cutting board, and then this was just another cutting board we had until we have something thinner to level these out, because they were having a hard time spinning on just the wire rack, which I guess is to be expected. So we wanted to just put something flat down so that way we could make sure we liked this, and everything just kind of flows really nicely. All 4 racks are perfect and they're all full and beautiful and fantastic. And then over here we did go ahead and we faced her cake stuff, so now they all hinge to the back, which I really actually love this because I feel like it's easier to see what is where, and it's just easier for her to get at in general. And we also did go ahead and we put, this is just a step stool right here, but there will be another step stool, or that same step stool. We're either going to slide it in next to here or on this side at some point. That way she's always got a step stool so she can get up and get to her stuff easier. So then on the second shelf, you guys have already seen this, but I did go through and add all of these little tags. So this is extra brown sugar, powdered sugar, and specialty flour. And then I have my little baking essentials bin. How freaking cute is this? Oh my God. With all of the regular things that you use, just regular everyday essentials. These are the chocolates and the mix-ins right here. And then miscellaneous extras. So like we already showed you, all the cocos and the oats and all that is in here. And then on the bottom shelf, I did go ahead and finally kind of get this situated, these racks, and then these we're just kind of leaving here for right now. I'm not 100% sure how I want to organize those quite yet, but yeah, what do you guys think? That is the entire finished freaking pantry. It looks 10 times better than it did before. I'm obsessed. Yeah, don't mind the hamper right there. No, don't mind that. Remember how I said yesterday that somebody, I'm not going to name any names, might have accidentally put all of her garbage in the hamper. So there might have been like 6 cups of like sprinkles and trash at the bottom of the hamper. Oops. Anyways, so just my bad. So that's why it looks like that. My mom was going through and she's like, what is in here? And I was like, I love you. Don't hate me. So let's go ahead, and you will notice that on the top shelf, I did go ahead and take away those big jars. And at first we moved them because I didn't like how crowded it was. We couldn't spin, da 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 da. So I was like, okay, what is another use for these? And I will be doing the pantry shelf that is right next to this one. This is the one that we just have like all the miscellaneous stuff on, a bunch of towels and whatnot. And I think here in the next probably couple of months, I'll end up doing that shelf as well, just to keep everything A, cohesive, and B, organize that, because it's a hot mess. Like it's what I would call like roughly organized. Like everything kind of has a spot, but it's not like aesthetically pleasing like this one now is. So we decided that the use for those big jars, oh my God, you guys, they're so good. Look at this. We went ahead and we took all of the jars. Now these are obviously Tide Pods. We don't eat these. And then these are the Downy Unstoppables right there. There's Downy, you can get Tide ones, Bounce. There's a whole bunch of different flavors, but we grabbed the Downy Unstoppables in the original Tide flavor. And then these are actually Oxy Boosters. And we thought all of these 3 are gonna look so nice. They're gonna look much more put together and like not professional. Professional is not the word I'm looking for, but they're just gonna look better overall. Those are gonna go on the top shelf, we think, over there on the shelf next to the food shelf. And we ended up going with the big bins, and at first I was like, oh, are they too big for that? But I found online that there's a couple places you can buy the Tide Pods, the Oxy Boosters, and those little scent pebble things. You can buy those online in bulk, so it'll actually work out perfectly because I can save money and put them all away, and I won't have all those big like bulky plastic ugly containers floating around, which is awesome. So okay, what was the only other thing? Oh yes, the labels. So we need to talk about the labels on these guys right here. So every single one of these containers I actually did originally plan to have a label for, which they did not show up. So with that being said, those labels will be happening at some point very soon. They were back ordered, and I don't think that they have yet to ship. I don't think they're supposed to ship until this week. But when I go ahead and add those, maybe in my next video, I will go ahead and show you what those look like with their cute little, they're like little stick-on labels. They're just super cute, and they just help make everything look like really nice and polished, which you don't have to add labels. Like, obviously I know what is in them, but I just think it'll look really cute. So I'm gonna do it. And yeah, you guys, that is it. Finally, my mom, by the way, loves her sprinkle towers. She loves them. She's like, Paige, that's so perfect. Like, I couldn't think of any other way to organize them. I love them. And you guys, I feel like I've conquered all. My life is so good. It has purpose, and I'm so happy with it. It took hours of going through stuff and sorting and, oh my God, and tagging and bagging and just like really focusing on weeding out what you need, what you don't need, and just getting rid of the rest. So all of that to be said, you guys, this is finally over. Are you happy? What did you think? Are you okay with the way things turned out? I want to hear from you. What do you think? Now that you've watched me do this guy right over here, do you want to see the rest of them? Because I'm going to be going through doing my bathroom. I'm going to do the kitchen. I'm going to do this other shelving unit over here. There's going to be lots more of things like this going on in my life. Is this the type of stuff you guys want to see now that you have kind of seen one? If you do want to see them, is there anything that you would like to see added or taken out? Anything like that? Let me know down in the comments, because if you want to see them, I will make sure that I kind of keep track of the whole process and I film it for you guys if you're interested. So let me know all of that down in the comments. I know a lot of you actually were really excited about this, so if you are into organization or this type of thing in general, let me know what you think and leave it down below. And like I said, down in the description box, I will have everything linked to the best of my ability that I mentioned in here, and the 2 shirts that I was wearing because they are so cute. So let me know all of your thoughts and more down below. You guys, I really hope that you love this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I do put up new videos Monday through Friday every day, nice and early. Like, we're talking like 6 a.m. every day, my time, and that's Northern Michigan time. That's pretty fucking early. So let me know all your thoughts down below, you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.